Good morning, you guys. Time check 4:36. So just a little bit running behind, but we're here. Oh, child. Ooh, child. Okay, listen. I want to talk to you guys about some things that I've been doing recently with my channels and growing my online coaching business and all of the things. And then, like, what I've been working on mentally to stay locked in. First and foremost, what I want you guys to understand is I am like an emotional wreck. Okay, I think most entrepreneurs are. Like, you go up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, some hours you feel really positive and inspired and you're like, man, I'm on it. And then literally like a couple hours later, you're like, this isn't gonna work. What am I doing? And then you might feel good for a little while, then you might turn around and then be like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, you're literally just like spiraling in and out of control. I think that's normal. But the key is to always be able to pick yourself up out of that. I never stay in that negative state of mind. But I would be lying if I told you that I don't struggle with self-doubt or, wondering if any of this is going to work, wondering if I'm crazy. I have accepted the fact that I am very, very crazy. I have accepted that. And I also have accepted the fact that most people are not going to do what I do, which is why most people do not get the results that I get. And I want you to apply that same mentality, that same motto to your life. Anything that you want, doesn't matter what it is, if you do what most people don't do, I promise you'll get the results that most people don't get. Okay, I live by that. I'll die by that. So, just want to let you know, I be all over the place mentally. Something else that I have been locking in on is only focusing on me. Like, I've been only focusing on me. I've been pouring into myself for years. Like, what you guys see today is years worth of work, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. But what I can say is I don't even scroll social media anymore. There would be times, especially like with I would say more so like in 2024, since we're in a new year. In 2024, I would spend time scrolling on social media. Like, I would look at funny videos. I would look at some of my favorite content creators. I would watch their stuff. I could spend 45 minutes on social media just scrolling through reels, scrolling through reels. And I noticed that when I was doing that, I subconsciously started comparing my results to other people's. And it's an extremely toxic thing to do. And I stopped. I literally stopped. I made myself so busy throughout my day that I literally do not even have time to look at other creators' content. And it's not because I don't enjoy it. It's not because, they're not motivating me in some way, shape, or form. But I've noticed that when I strictly focus on what Jasmine has to do, Jasmine's stuff gets better. And then I'm not lost in this toxic cycle of trying to figure out, well, why is my post not getting 100,000 views? Why is my stuff not doing this? You know what I mean? Like, I think we all struggle with comparison. But if you don't know how to pull yourself out of it or limit it, it can truly get the best of you. And you will be sitting here going crazy. So in order to combat that, I don't mindlessly scroll on social media. Now, I still have creators that I listen to, but it's strictly for educational purposes or making myself better. It's all about intention. I'm very intentional with the content that I consume. I'm very intentional with the energy that I give out. So the creators that I listen to are people who are teaching me how to be a better person. Like I told you guys, I was listening to Ashley Dalton. She's big on like women putting themselves together and keeping themselves right and, working out, eating clean, which is a journey I've been on. So her content aligns with who I am and who I'm trying to be. Like, more put together, more, confident. We talked about this yesterday. Another creator that I listen to a lot is Trend Genius. I've been listening to him. He's very big on like spirituality and understanding your worth and, just not tolerating bullshit from people. Learning how to respect yourself. So those are creators that I listen to regularly. So people who are teaching me stuff. I also listen to a lot of Alex Hormozi. He's really big for business owners, entrepreneurs, and trying to scale your business, that stuff. So I listen to stuff of value. I listen to stuff of purpose, people who are teaching me stuff, not just stuff to just watch and you're getting nothing out of it other than a good laugh. Something else that I have been working really hard on these past few weeks, these past few months really, with my online business, just appreciating and being thankful for the milestones that I've reached. I've noticed, like I said, when you start looking at other creators and the things that they're accomplishing, it can make you feel like, man, I'm not SHIT, or, man, maybe this isn't going to work for me, or maybe my business isn't growing as much as it should be, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. And again, that's very toxic. So what I have started doing, because I used to follow a lot of content creators who ran businesses and stuff like that, but I would find myself comparing. And you cannot stay there. You cannot stay there mentally. It does nothing for you. It just deteriorates your self-esteem, for lack of better words. So I don't watch anybody else's stuff. Like the 3 creators I just told you, that's literally the only people that I watch. I do not. And then I started realizing too, when you spend time watching other people, it's taking away time that you could be spending watching yourself and figuring out how to be better, or just being in a better mental state so you can create better content, or so you can do better in your business. You know what I mean? So those things are really important. Something else that I have been doing that I kind of fell off on. So I've been on a weight loss journey. I've been eating healthy. I've been, living this new healthy lifestyle for almost 3 years, about 2.5 years. And I would say these past few months I've been struggling, but it was because I was putting so much energy into starting this online coaching business. And, some days I would find myself not going to the gym when I used to go to the gym every day, or I would find myself eating more junk food because I didn't have time to cook because I'm so locked into building this business. And so I found myself kind of slowly reverting back to my old habits of when I was a big girl. I've lost over 100 pounds. But these past few weeks, what I've been doing is just, trying to make the smaller changes again. So now I always have my gallon of water in the office. Before I wouldn't, so then I wouldn't even be drinking water throughout the day like I used to. I started making sure that I'm eating right. So I made all my food and it's upstairs in my refrigerator. So literally all I have to do is heat it up. I started using Instacart. So now I can't even use the excuse of, oh, well, I don't have time to go to the grocery store because I have to do this. Well, now I've taken care of that. So making smaller changes like that to help me stay on track with the journeys that I've been on so I don't revert back to who I used to be has been, very beneficial. And then my apartment has a gym literally right next door. So what I've started doing, if it's raining, I'll get on the treadmill for about 20 minutes and I'll walk. Even if I don't go to the gym, I'll still get on the treadmill and I'll walk. It's about to get warm outside. So now when I take my breaks, I've started incorporating 10 to 15 minutes every 2 hours to just not have any devices on me, no phones, no nothing. Excuse me. And then I can start going outside and taking that walk. So, just doing things like that has made me feel better and has made me more productive. And I've noticed that things with content in my business have improved. So I want you guys to try those things. Let me know what you guys think. And then, of course, like I said yesterday, putting myself together, that has been so good to me, like a mental wise, how you see yourself is how other people see you. So when you take those extra minutes throughout the day to just, comb your hair or lay your edges, or, you know what I mean? Just put on a shirt that's not wrinkled, just small things like that. I even started washing my car. I used to never wash my car. The shit would just be dirty as hell. Dirty on the inside and dirty on the outside. Not cluttered, it never looked like I lived in my car, but just not vacuumed, not dusted. But it would always be empty. I never really have stuff in there. And then the outside of it, just never taking it to get washed. The rims just looking crazy and dingy. And so what I did was, what's it called? Is it Fast? I don't know. It's some car wash place. You get a monthly membership. It's $23. You can go there as often as you can, and there's one literally across the street from my house. So every other day, I'll just run it through there real quick. I'll keep the driver's seat vacuumed. I don't have anyone ever in the passenger seat or in the back seat, so those sides always stay nice and clean. But the driver's side, I'll just, it's just taking a couple extra minutes. It takes me an extra 7 minutes out my day to just run the car through the car wash, keep it clean, keep it pretty, and then just vacuum out the driver's seat real quick where I be at, where the, crap off of your shoe tracks onto your mat. So just stuff like that. And by doing stuff like that, I'm telling you guys, it has made me feel better mentally, emotionally. I still be having my emotional roller coasters, like I said at the beginning, but I'm able to reel it back in a lot more quickly because of everything else that I'm doing for myself to make sure I stay on track and not get distracted. And then also, too, being very intentional with the people that you spend your time with. I cannot stress this enough. Y'all, you have got to lock into making sure that the people who you spend time with are people who truly care about you, not people who are using you, not people who are secretly in competition with you, not people who have some hidden agenda, animosity behind it. No, no, I'm telling you, it's toxic. I've been there, I've done that. Yes, it's hard because it's like you don't want to let go of certain relationships, friendships because you truly, care about the person, but it is detrimental to your success. Like it really is. Unfortunately, it really is. Only surround yourself with people who can celebrate you, people who pour into you, people who truly want to see you do well. And you can feel energy. Energy doesn't lie. So I hope those tips helped. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know which ones you think would be beneficial to you. And if I didn't mention something that you think is helpful, definitely leave a comment and let me know that as well. Okay? All right, y'all. Bye.